Hello, everybody. I hope you are doing well. My name is Kamaran. I'm very happy to participate in this conference. Uh, our paper is, or our study is related to the media ownership and economic strategy and the public broadcasting services in the Kurdistan region. Of course, this study investigating the comparison between public broadcasting service in Kurdistan region and public broadcasting system service in UK and United States. UK, we have chosen only BBC, and United States, we have only chosen CNN. These broadcasting and compared to the public broadcasting services in Kurdistan region. Let me explain in which way we are going to compare these two sides of the public broadcasting. The first one is related to diversifying revenue. Diversifying revenue, either the revenue in the Kurdistan region for broadcasting, for public broadcasting services, are diversifying or not. Either this diversifying affect the independence of the media in the Kurdistan region or not. And on the other hand, there is a diversifying in the revenue from CNN and BBC, which is affected, of course, the independent of the media in these two TVs. We will explain later on. The second one is why does dependence on shadow political subsidies in the KRG or KRI, Kurdistan region of Iraq, television industry in gender elite captures, and of course affects the institutional credibility. So later on we will explain this in detail. This research used mixed method. Used quantitative or qualitative. Of course, quantitative is related to the regression analysis. So we will find how some independent variable affect to the one variable. Of course, our dependent variable is media freedom, media independent, sorry. So media independent index. This is main dependent variable. Of course, some other variables, which is mostly related to the economic sides, is affect the media independent index of media independent in these countries. And then we have this econometrics model. We have a model, of course. These models, we have some independent variables that affect the media independent. The result can be seen here. We can see that financial capacity index for BBC, we can see that, of course, the financial capacity index is from 0 to 100. 100 means the financial capacity index is very, very strong. We can see that BBC is 89, is very, very close to 100, and CNN is 85, which is very, very close to the 100, which is a good indicator that these two broadcasters are mostly or very, very close to the independent from the revenue. They can get money independently out of supporting politician. This is a good sign for the independent these two TVs. On the other hand, you can see the KRG, Kurdistan region of Iraq, or we can see that only 21 is very, very close to 0. is very, very far away from 100, which is indicating that these numbers is quite, uh, they are not independent from revenues. They depend mainly on some other revenues. Um, for the diversification, revenue diversification is 9.1, 8.6, but for Kurdish region is 0.1. That means broadcasters from Kurdistan region, they don't have a diversify of the revenue. They mainly depend on the one source of revenue. Anyway. Financial capacity. We have, of course, correlation. This correlation is very, very important when we apply, for instance, OLS. When you apply OLS, the correlation between these independent variables should not over 5 per 0.5. It is good that we can see all of them below 0.5. This correlation is very, very important for what? For correlation between independent variable, we mean. And we can see that the coefficient for the financial capacity, revenue diversification are very good for what? For Western, this is for Western countries, but for KRG, we didn't get enough data to cover or to find this result. But for Western countries, you can see that the financial capacity, revenue diversification, all of them are in the very good good result. And the p-value also less than 0.05, I mean 5%, less than 5%. The R square is the result is very, very good. That means 0.72 is related to these independent variables. And the R, I mean, adjusted R square is 68, which is the result is very, very good. And we can see that variance inflating factors, this result is 2.1, which is good. That means there's no any correlation between independent variable, and Durbin-Watson is 1.95. That means is no autocorrelation, and strong heteroscedasticity, no strong heteroscedasticity, and robust and standard error, as well as significant and stable, and the result remain robust. We can see that there is a separation of owner and editorial board. In Western countries, it's very, very strong, based on what we have, this semi-interview and some analyzing documents related to the archive documents, I mean. But for KRG, it's very, very weak. That means the separation of the ownership and editorial board is very, very strong in Western countries, but for KRG, it's very, very weak as a result. Financial transparency is very high in Western countries, but for Kurdish region is very limited. We can see that the quantitative result and the reform implication for the KRG. I mean, it's like a recommendation and suggestion here based on the result above we have explained. Financial capacity, independent economic stability enable editorial freedom. That means if the country's economy is stable, that enables editorial freedom more. Develop stable funding framework. This is a reform. Diversification and independence. Diversify revenue in sans autonomy. This is exactly we got this result. Introduce audience-based financing. This is a reform also implication. Political funding independent. Political funding undermine independent. This is political funding independent should be decreased in order to get, reduce direct part of state financing. That means broadcasting in the Kurdistan region should rely on political less and less step by step. Institutional safeguard independent regularity mediations of power. Establish independent media authority. This is very, very important, and one of the most implications that we will public broadcasting or broadcasting in the Kurdistan should apply, should follow it. Thank you very much. This is all our paper that we have explained, and we explain all results for you. Thank you.